Why am I still in the chair behind me? Why did I not check this? Oh wait, yeah, because we didn't do a stream yesterday. Ah, that might have been the, yeah, okay, yeah. 1 second, let me just snap my fingers and I will be untied. There we go. So, as always, hello fellow cravers and welcome. It is me, Gee Dee, your favorite shapeshifting anomaly here, and today it is Tuesday, the 14th of February 2023. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope everybody is feeling the love. I'm guessing I'm going to be today as yeah, I'm getting ready for a couple of blind dates. Thank you to a couple of friends setting me up. But before we do that, let's do our usual bits and pieces, shall we? And that is to check what day is it today. And today it is, as I go through all the things, every last one of them, here we are. It is National Ferris Wheel Day, National Organ Donor Day, National Cream-Filled Chocolates Day, and of course it is Valentine's Day. So yeah, it's all about the love today. So yeah, I don't know much of what is going on. I just know I have a couple of dates set up for me. Will this work? We will find out. That's why I am worried about the maths here. Will it work? But you know what? Without further ado, let us jump through the portal that is right next to me. And yeah, let's get going. Shall we? Yes! When it wants to work. Ah, I am here. Wait a minute. It doesn't sound right. That's better. Ah, I'm gonna be honest, I am a little bit nervous here. Ow, 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 ow. My ties all tidy? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I have not been on a date in a long time. So, let's see how this works, shall we? So, who did they say was my first date? Your lady? I think it was. Okay, wait a second, is that her over there in the distance? She seems to be in a bit of deep thought. 1 second. Let me see if I can get her attention. 1 second. Let me try. Hey! Hey, you over there.
You. No, Don't even think about laying a finger on my daughter. I won't allow it. Yu's hands turn into sharp blades as she charges towards an underscore anomaly. She's a highly trained assassin. She can easily take care of a single person with ease.
Whoa. Wait, whoa, 1 second. I'm not here for your daughter.
Do you think I'll fall for that line? No. You want to take advantage of her, just like I said. I won't let that happen. And you'll be nothing but a heap of bone and blood if you so much as think about doing anything to her.
Look, please sit down first and let's talk this through.
No. You're a sneaky, suspicious person. You'll get close to my family, trick my daughter into thinking you're a friend, and do whatever you want to her. You're nothing but a despicable excuse of a person.
What?
You heard me. Don't act stupid with me. I know what you're after. So back off, before you get worse than what I do to you right now.
Well, at least stand in front of the table.
Yu's rage burns deep inside her. She wants to tear this man apart, piece by piece, and put all of them in different garbage cans across the city. But she manages to restrain herself, and takes a deep breath. Fine, she does as she's told.
Thank you. Okay, what is your name?
Why, you forger? What's yours?
My name's Gee Dee. How was your day? I said my name's Gee Dee.
Okay. Well, Gee Dee, would you like to tell me what you were doing around my daughter? Or are you just here looking for a fight?
I'm not here for a fight. Why do you think I'm here for a fight?
Because you're a suspicious person. The way you acted towards me and Anya was creepy and very weird. Why, I'd say that you even tried to come on to me. That's why I'm thinking you're here for a fight. You're lucky I didn't take you down the moment you spoke to my daughter, so what do you have to say?
You're the weirdest blind date I've ever had, I'm gonna be honest.
Yu's face turns bright red. You don't say? She tries to compose herself, but it's clear that she's very worked up about this. Wait, what do you mean blind date? What sort of sick joke are you playing? Are you suggesting that I'm on a date with you?
Well, yes, that's why you're here.
What? A wave of anger suddenly washes over Ya. If she were to be on a date with you, she might just do more than beat you to death. That might be one of the most pathetic excuses she's ever heard. I am not on a date with you. I wouldn't dare.
Then why are you here?
Why am I here? Why are you here? Is this a trick? You're trying to corner me, aren't you? Yu's rage boils over, and she lunges towards an underscore anomaly, a vicious look on her face. So you want to play like that, huh? Well, I guess you're about to be dealt with.
I'm not here to fight you. I was told that this was a date. I'm sorry I upset you.
Before the man can utter another sentence, Yu grabs him by the neck, lifts him into the air, and slams him into the wall with immense force. I'm about to gut you like a fish if you don't shut up about this stupid date nonsense.
Wow, you're a strong lady. Like, you're a strong lady. Wow, you're a strong lady.
Yu grips him harder around the neck. He could feel his lungs slowly being crushed. I can do much more than crush the air out of someone's lungs. Do you understand? Now, what are you doing here? Talk and talk fast, or I might just decide to end you right here and now.
I'm sorry, my friend set me up on some blind dates. I thought you was one of them. I didn't mean to upset you. This has been a huge misunderstanding.
Yu's face twists into irritation and fury. She's just about at her breaking point. Who the hell told you to blind date people? Do they think it's an innocent joke? This is nothing to laugh about. Why, I can't even think of a decent punishment for you. The most I can think of is to simply put you down right here, in this alleyway, with no one else to hear you scream.
But we're in a restaurant looking over the city landscape.
Yu stares at him. The only thing her eyes communicate is hate. She's about to slam him into the ground, but she stops for a moment to ask something. Just one last question. Who is your friend? And why do they want you to get close to people like this? Do tell, and maybe I'll show mercy.
His name is Mini Gee Dee. I mean, he can be a little bit crazy. I think he wants to get close because he's worried about me.
Worry? What sort of I'm a friend who's trying to get close to you so I can learn your deepest secrets kind of thinking is that? Did he not even consider the possibility that I might just straight up kill you? This isn't just a bit crazy. This is a bit crazy that's also a bit stupid. You're telling me that he's using blind dating as an excuse to get information from people?
Not really, the guy's mainly just chaos.
Chaos? Are you insane? He wants to bring chaos to my life? I won't stand for it, not after the hell he might have put others through. Yu's grip on his neck becomes stronger. It wouldn't be long before an underscore anomaly's windpipe was crushed in. Answer me. Where is he? Tell me, before you lose the ability to talk. He must learn his lesson for the things he put me through.
He's in the portal just to our left.
That's not good enough. I want an address. I want his name, his occupation. I want his life history, and I want it immediately. Yu's grip on the man's neck tightens, and he could feel his windpipe being slowly cut in half. I will not hesitate to end you, unless you comply with my demands.
Okay, here it is. It's on this piece of paper.
Well, you better give me the paper then. Yu's hand tightens, and she feels the man's windpipe giving out in her palms. Yu takes the paper from the man, her grip still tight. Thank you very much. Now say goodbye to this mortal realm. In an instant, Yu jabs the man right through the heart. He dies within an instant. Good riddance.
Okay, well, that hurt.
Yu looks down at the corpse at her feet. It was a bloody mess, but it was what was needed to finally deal with such a problem. Well, that's that, I suppose. I really hate people like that. Now I'll have to go and find that mini Gee Dee character.
Okay, that was the craziest first blind date out of them all, I guess. And she thinks she's killed me. Well, that went well, I guess. I think. Right, who have I got next? Let me see here. Sorry, bud, the list is already put up. Right. Right, it was one that was given to me from Karina, it seems. What was this person's name again? May or something like that. Oh, they're right. At least I'm less dead. Please have a seat. Nope, not that one. I just realized what that was. No. Oh, it was close. Please. Like I said, please have a seat.
I am not a baby. I'm a 20-year-old adult and you can't tell me what to do, you jerk.
I'm just offering you a seat.
I do not need a seat. Backslash punches them in the face, backslash.
What was that for?
You were not supposed to see this as an offensive action. I just punched you in the face because, well, to be honest, I do not know. I am very violent and unpredictable.
Yeah, I know many people who are like that.
Well, people say I don't make any sense, and I am a weird individual. I guess it makes some folks angry when they can't understand things.
Ah, yeah, but the non-understanding is usually a good thing.
You are right about that thing, but people don't like to be wrong. And so, they don't accept my weird ways of thinking. It is hard to be the weird girl, especially if no one wants to understand. You understand me, right?
Yeah, I understand you. I mean, I'm an anomaly, for crying out loud.
That is so cool. I also wish to have love, but I'm afraid I might get hurt. Or I could hurt the guy, or girl, or anything else I get into a relationship with. Maybe I should just get a cat and a whole bunch of plants instead. What do you think I should do, fellow anomaly?
I think you should give other people a chance.
You're right, I should try again. After all, I am young and I have a long road ahead. I should try to improve, I guess.
So, anyway, I have a question for you. How do you know Karina?
She is my cousin. She is a kind girl and very responsible. I have learned a lot of things from her. She is very different from me though. She is kind and does not swear, while I have a very foul mouth and tend be too violent and angry all the time.
Wait, so Karina is part cat?
Yes. Her mom had a cat as a pet and the cat was pregnant and Karina was born like that, so she is half cat and half human. She is actually a very talented artist and always helps everyone. I like her very much. She is a kind soul.
It does explain why she can climb up tall buildings quite easily as well.
Yeah, she is very agile and flexible. She can go into small spaces, and she is very small and light, which makes moving around easier for her. She is also very strong, and doesn't need to eat a lot, since cats do not require much food. She can even sleep on top of houses, since most cats can sleep anywhere.
So anyway, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, my. I am May Borowski. I am 20 years old. I enjoy watching horror movies and playing retro video games. I am very good with old technology. I like to eat a lot of sweets, but I am still underweight. I have a very active imagination and can create stories in my head in seconds. I am very creative. I have a very sharp mind. What about you?
Well, I am Gee Dee. I am an anomaly. I've been traveling this world from the beginning of its birth to the end of its days.
That is very interesting. Can you tell me some of the things you've experienced? I love to learn and read about things. That is my favorite hobby. Have you ever found anything creepy while traveling? I like to hear about creepy things. I am a fan of all the supernatural.
Well, to be honest, I think the most creepiest thing I've noticed is that, you know, those little fairy things? They are pains in the neck.
They are? They don't look like they would be. Are they aggressive or something? How is their behavior? Have you ever talked to one?
I've talked to many and you cannot shut them up.
Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. They probably try to tell you about everything they see all the time. And you know how Fae are, they are very dramatic. I guess the best way to deal with them is to ignore. But the problem is that even the smallest amount of attention makes them go crazy.
I think it's a Napoleon complex.
Yeah. I think they are pretty self-conscious, and they try to overcompensate. They also want to be the center of attention. Maybe, to them, anyone who is not giving them attention is not giving them respect. They really have a huge ego.
So what about you? Have you seen anything strange?
Yeah, I actually have. I live in a small town in the countryside, so people think I'm crazy when I tell this. But sometimes, late at night, I see a deer with human eyes around the woods. I have never seen them do anything bad, but they scare me. Have you ever seen any strange things while you were traveling?
I mean, it'd be weird if you don't.
What was the weirdest thing you have seen so far? I am really curious. I love listening about paranormal entities. It makes my mind drift and imagine all sorts of things.
Well, you know about the Yeti?
Of course. It is a hairy creature which is said to exist in places with very cold climate around the world, like Alaska, Russia, and even Peru. Do they really exist? What do you think?
Well, it turns out there's just one man called Cole.
Oh. He was disguised as a Yeti? That is kind of funny. Can you tell me more about this guy? What he was doing in the cold mountains? Was he filming a movie or something?
No, I was just doing it for a prank.
I'm sure that scared a lot of people. It is a pretty good prank though. Did you do other pranks while you were traveling?
Well, you know those pointy rocks in Egypt?
Sorry. I did not mean to get you to stop talking. I am just very curious about your life. Could you tell me some of your other experiences while traveling? You must have seen a lot of things I have never seen in my small town. The pyramids? I only know a little about them, but I know they are very big and beautiful. And, correct me if I am wrong, I think there was also a curse. I have heard that the workers of the pyramids were buried alive by their pharaohs. Is any of that true?
No, not really. They were just giant tits.
I'm sorry, what? You must be kidding me. I don't believe that to be true. What they teach in schools is all wrong. They say it represents the power of a pharaoh, and all this bullshit. They were just giant tits?
Yeah, turns out over years they just corroded down to be pointy.
I'm sorry, I am still in shock. I thought, all this time, they were just huge and mysterious monuments with a beautiful, yet mysterious, purpose. It is hard to comprehend all this. So many things have a hidden meaning. So many lies I have been told.
Also, you know those Easter egg statues?
No, I have never heard of those. Tell me about them. The fact that you keep surprising me and blowing my mind with your stories is starting to become a little scary. Is there anything else I need to know?
Big Ben is actually the bell in the tower, not the clock itself.
I have no words. You have got me questioning my own reality. If all these things you are telling me are true, then it stands to reason that history, as I know it, might be very wrong.
Yeah, it turns out history is only created by those who are the winners.
You mean that a lot of stories are changed by the winner? Like in a war or conflict?
Or in tic-tac-toe.
That makes a lot of sense. It is no wonder those who write the books are always painting themselves as the heroes and the others as villains.
Well, it's been nice to meet you, May.
Thank you, kind and wonderful fellow anomaly, who blew my mind a few times. It was good to meet you too. I wish you a bright future. I will remember you fondly.
And you too. Thank you for joining me. I'll let Karina know you said hi.
Oh, please do. I love Karina, she is my favorite cousin. If I had a sister, it would be her. Please tell her hello for me, and that I wish she is doing well.
I will do, I will do.
Thank you, kind fellow anomaly, for making my day a little bit brighter. And thank you for being nice to me. I always like talking to people who are nice with me. I wish you luck on your travels, and a good and happy life.
See you, mate.
Bye-bye, and a happy life for you. You are a good and kind person. I wish I could travel with you. Bye, friend.
That was sweet. But I have questions. 1 minute. Let me just get my phone. 1 second. 1 second. That was probably the weird. That was nice. I mean, after the person who attempted to kill me beforehand, I guess. So, anything was better than that, I guess. Right, who have we got next on my list? I mean, on my phone. Someone that Yamura recommended. Jinx? Hope she's alright. I like this music, don't you guys? It's so nice and peaceful. La 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 la. Right. Anyway, let's continue our dates, I guess. Ah, you're there. Please come have a seat.
Hello. I am sitting down now. Thank you for inviting me to sit.
No problem. That is a very nice gun.
Thank you an underscore anomaly. It has 3 shots before I have to reload.
Why is it designed like a shark?
Sharks are cool and good. There is a shark on this gun called the Shark Tooth. It is a really cool name and a cool gun. Thank you for asking me about it, an underscore anomaly.
Please call me Gee Dee.
Hello, Gee Dee. It is a pleasure to meet you, Gee Dee.
So, please tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am a woman, and I live in Zon. I really like guns. They are my passion, they are my best friends. They are my hobby. I have many different kinds of guns. My favorite one is a rocket launcher. Do you have a favorite gun, Gee Dee?
Not fully. I'm from a place that guns are really not popular.
Well, that is okay too. The world is very big, and there are many places that are different. Guns are very common in Zon. What kinds of activities are popular where you live?
Football.
I like football too. I do not understand all of the rules or the strategies, but some of the players are really, really cool. Which football teams do you like, Gee Dee?
I am a big fan of Liverpool.
Wow. Liverpool is really amazing. I am happy for you. I like Arsenal. My favorite player is Thomas Partey. I don't know if you know him, Gee Dee, but he is my favorite.
So, how do you know Yamura anyway?
Yamura is my best friend. She is a criminal and a bad girl. But I love her a lot, and she is very nice. I met Yamura in the slums. There is an orphanage in Zon, where children that do not have any parents live. There were about 70 children in this orphanage, and I was one of them.
So, wait, Yamura was from the slums as well, but I didn't know that's where it came from.
Yes. We both lived there, and one day I saw him playing with a gun, and I said, "That is a very cool gun. What is it?" Then, we became very good friends. What is your best friend like, Gee Dee? Do you and they play fun games together?
I mean, we do I mean... I've got multiple best friends, and we do play a lot of games together, usually on a Friday.
That sounds really exciting. What are some of the games you enjoy playing?
I mean, we do have a game coming up of Minecraft this Friday.
Minecraft is a really fun game. I enjoy playing it too. What are some of the things you like to do in the game?
I love to cause chaos.
Causing chaos is very fun. Are you good at fighting the creatures in the game? Also, if it is just you and your friends playing, there is a way that you can play with mods. They are like little add-ons that other people have created that give you extra items or powers. What is your favorite item in Minecraft?
Oh, it's got to be the diamond pickaxe.
A diamond pickaxe is the most powerful pickaxe. It can break through rocks and ores faster than the other ones, which is a big bonus. I like to play Minecraft with my friends too. Sometimes, we build houses together, and sometimes we like to go exploring, and sometimes we even play a little game that is inside Minecraft called Hide and Seek. It might sound silly, but it is really fun.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I find it really fun still after this many years.
Time really flies. I remember when Minecraft first came out. It was a really big deal, and everyone was excited to try it for the first time. Do you remember when you first played it? I remember that I died the first time. I wasn't expecting that I would lose my items.
Yeah, I remember. It was on the Xbox. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was still a lot of fun.
Exactly the same for me. Are you going to build a house in your game this week? Do you and your friends have a style for your houses? Mine, for example, are usually wood and stone bricks.
Yeah, I'm thinking of building my house. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wing it.
That is really fun to just go with the flow and take your time making a house that you like. Do you and your friends prefer to create large houses? Or are small and cozy the way to go?
I'm not sure because this is actually the first time I'm playing Minecraft with them.
It will be really fun to see what kind of houses they like to build. Which of your friends is the best at building? I think the best Minecraft builder in my group is my friend Holly, because her houses are very creative. Do you think you'll find any good resources for the house, like some iron or diamonds?
I would say the best person is Red at this moment in time.
Awesome. Red sounds like they are the best builder in your group. I hope that your game goes really well. Don't worry if you lose or die, because the fun part is starting over and doing it again. I will be rooting for you the whole time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you have fun playing with your friends. If you need any crafting tips or house ideas, let me know. We can talk more about Minecraft if you like.
I'm going to be honest, you've surprised me.
I am a very surprising girl. Is there a surprise that you would like to ask me? I am happy to answer anything that you would like to know.
Well, to be honest, I thought you was going to be more chaotic.
I can be a little bit chaotic, but not too much. It gets boring if someone is always chaotic. You have to have different moods. That is just what I think. Anyway, do you have different moods? Or are you always calm and collected?
Not really. I've been told that I'm the chaotic one out of our group.
What do you like to do when you are feeling chaotic? Do you like to go on adventures and fight monsters? Or do you like to set things on fire?
I'm one of those people who will try and befriend the monster and then cause chaos as long as I can control it.
That sounds really fun. I like that kind of playstyle the most. Have you ever had to flee for your life after losing control of your chaos? Also, have you ever made a trap? I love making traps in Minecraft. They're so clever and sneaky.
I haven't, but that has given me some ideas.
I would love to hear your ideas sometime. Sometimes traps are really obvious, but my favorite kind are the hard-to-notice traps. Like, the kind that are almost impossible to see and that cause the biggest chaos. I played on a few Minecraft servers that have a lot of traps. They are always really fun.
I'm surprised you're not a fan of League of Legends.
I actually don't know that much about League of Legends. I've had lots of friends play it, but I have never tried it before. What is a fun part of League of Legends? I know it is very competitive. Do you have many friends that play, and with whom you play? Are there any champions that you like?
Well, aren't you from League of Legends?
That's actually really funny, because my username, Jinx, was not inspired by League of Legends at all. Jinx is a word for an unlucky person, but also the word for a magic potion in real life. So, Jinx is really a perfect name for me. I am an unlucky person, but also a magical girl.
Well, it's been nice to actually meet you, Jinx.
It has been really nice talking to you too, _anomaly. I hope that your game with your friends goes really well. And I hope that you all have lots of fun together.
Have you got any messages for Yamura?
Of course. Yamura, wherever you are in the world, I am hoping that you do something really fun and crazy today. I hope that you go on an adventure and get lots of good loot. I want you to become the best criminal in the world.
I will make sure that I pass that on to him.
Thank you. Don't forget to tell him that I said hello to him and that I hope that he has a wonderful day.
I promise I will.
Thank you so much. I will talk to you again soon. Goodbye for now.
Yep, speak to you later.
Hi, again, Gee Dee. How was your game this week? Did you have fun?
Yep. You know what? She was actually quite calm. I'm actually really surprised about that. So, who do I have next? According to this, it's someone that Vivi has recommended. Alicia. Wait, that name sounds very familiar. I don't know why. Wait, isn't she the cat girl from, what's it called? Darkstalkers? Yeah, the cat girl from Darkstalkers. I see, it's starting to see that there's a theme here. Hey, you're Felicia. Please take a seat.
Thank you. Nya, Felicia says as she sits down. It appears she is wearing a black catsuit with a purple cat emblem on her right chest, purple cat gloves, and black heels. Her cat ears on her head and her tail seem to be real, but her cat eyes seem to be colored contacts.
So, Felicia, is it?
Naya, that's right, Felicia responds with a purr. I've been called a darkstalker before, but I swear I'm different. She says as she looks into the camera, they're mostly a bunch of jerks honestly. They kill for no apparent reason and most of them are arrogant and mean. It's as if they think they're better than everyone else. Me, I'm just here to make friends. That's all.
What camera are you looking into?
This one. Right here, Felicia points to the camera. This is the first time that she has met someone who didn't see her like a monster. It's as if they have never seen someone like me before. I'm not like the other Darkstalkers, Felicia says. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I don't have it in me to take a life, especially when it doesn't involve food. Felicia begins to purr. She seems very innocent, as if she isn't a threat.
Wait, quick question. You're not one of those fourth wall breaking characters, are you?
I'm not sure what that means. I'm so confused right now. Where am I? Felicia asked as she looked all around. She seemed to be looking for an exit. It seemed that she was trying to hide herself from the cameras, afraid that she would be harmed. She began to hyperventilate as tears came down her face. She started pulling her gloves down her arms, trying to remove them and her catsuit. She has never been seen bare skin. She pulled the catsuit to her neck and kept her head down.
Wait, stop. Calm down, please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Felicia said as her tears fell to the floor. She was scared. She had never been in this situation before. Most people had attacked her on sight, but this person hasn't. They had a chance at being friends, the first one that Felicia has ever had. Felicia seemed lost in her own world as she sat down and pulled her legs toward herself, hugging them close.
You're not the only person that can hear that narrator, right? You can hear that person narrating, is it right?
Felicia hears them. In fact, she seems to be staring at the camera, her tail is swaying back forth, the tip flicking off the tile slightly. She closes her eyes as a form of defense. She doesn't like the narrator. She thinks that they are mocking her, as if she is a puppet and they're her master. Felicia's tail starts wrapping around her legs like a coil as she began to curl up from all the stress.
Anyway, Felicia, can you please tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Felicia. My favorite things are food and dancing. I love a good party, especially one with alcohol. Alcohol gives me a buzz, which I find to be quite fun. I love dancing, and singing, and music. I am quite the performer. I can play many instruments including, but not limited to, the piano, the guitar, the violin, the cello, you get the point, and the drums. I have a drum set that I brought with me. Felicia began to purr as she spoke of her passions. She seemed to light up with each word she added to her list.
So, how do you know VVQ?
She's the one who found me out when I was a teenager. She took me in and taught me how to be a human, how to speak English, how to be a decent person. She was always there for me, like the mother that I never had but always wanted, Felicia said as she began to cry. The memory of Viviku will always stay with her. She was her best friend and her lover. She is the person that made Felicia who she is. I owe a lot to her for keeping my secret. To her, I was the closest thing she would ever have to a daughter.
Wait, one second, 1 second. Can we just backtrack a little here?
Felicia wipes her tears with her catsuit sleeve. Yes, that's right. I owe everything to her, she responded. It seemed to be the first time that she has told that story. It made her feel good to get it off her chest, even if it was to the whole world who seemed interested in hearing her. For once in her life, she was the spotlight.
You do know that VVQ's not dead, right?
Not dead, she can't be. Felicia stammers as if she was in shock. It was as if her whole world had been flipped upside down at just the mention of her old mentor's name. Felicia began to cry harder as she held her hands up and began to cover her face while hyperventilating. There was too much going on here. Viviku was alive? But how? Why?
Well, she is a demon.
Felicia seemed to get a rush of emotions. One of fear. A demon? How? How is that possible? She thought of all the people who had attacked her with holy water. Were they right? Was it her or Viviku who was the demon? Her mind began to race. The emotions that she was experiencing caused her to pass out.
Great. Great, now what? Great, now what do I do here?
Felicia was unconscious. She wasn't dead, just passed out from her emotions. Her breathing had slowed down. She was just laying at their feet, like a child. It was like she was in a deep sleep.
Hey, narrator, can you help me with her, please?
She's just asleep. It is normal, the narrator said. She is harmless right now as she is resting to recover from the emotional shock. Just leave her be and let her rest.
Well, she's in the middle of a blind date.
Don't you mean? Blind interview? The narrator seemed to laugh. Felicia seemed to stir in her sleep, but she wasn't fully awake right now. She didn't know what was going on. All she knew was the narrator's voice and the narrator's laugh. It was as if they were laughing at her, as if they wanted to see her suffer.
No, this isn't an interview. This is a date.
If you say so, the narrator said. Felicia moved her arm, trying to cover her ear. She seemed to be uncomfortable with the voice. She didn't like it. She felt sick and didn't know why. She felt like she needed to vomit. Felicia is now covering her eyes as if she was trying to block something out. She seemed to be crying.
So, narrator, can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Me, what do you want to know about me? The narrator responded with a snark. It seemed as if they were getting angry. The narrator's voice was cracking. If Felicia could hear this, she would probably freak out more. What? Did I do something to you in the past or something else? Come on. Tell me. What gives you the right to call me out? What do you know about me? The narrator seemed pissed off from the comments. They seemed ready to strike someone right then and there.
Well, I mean, why are you following Felicia around for starters?
That's none of your goddamn business, the narrator said. The narrator was angry now. Their voice cracking from the anger, they were about ready to strike someone or something. They began to growl at them. Leave me alone. I'll ask the questions here. Not you. They continued, now, tell me. What are you trying to get out of this? They said, sounding as if they were ready to end the conversation right here, right now. I'm enjoying this.
Well, I was supposed to be on a blind date with Felicia, but, well, she's passed out.
I see. So you're after Felicia? Is that right? The narrator asked. The hostility in their voice had subsided a bit. I get it. She is quite the catch. But I have my own plans for her. The narrator began to get a devilish grin across their face. This was a new development for the narrator. What plans do they have? It's anyone's guess right now.
Should we help her up?
What, the little kitty cat? Oh, don't bother. She won't respond. Like I said, she's asleep. She is probably having the best dreams of her life right now. The narrator laughed at their own joke, clearly finding it enjoyable. The narrator seems to be in a good mood, but the fact that Felicia has become unconscious seems to worry them a little bit. If Felicia could hear them, they would have definitely woken up and run.
So I guess you're now my date narrator.
The narrator laughed at their response. If you say so, they said, it's not like I can just run off right now. The narrator seems to be a little happy about this fact. They can still mess with them. However, they have to be careful. If Felicia is sleeping, who knows how long it will take for them to wake up. They had to be quiet in order to not wake them. The narrator also began to get worried. Was this person a hunter of the Darkstalkers? Was it someone who hated them? Or was it someone who liked Darkstalkers?
You do know I can hear everything that you're thinking, right?
The narrator went wide-eyed. They began to sweat a little as they stared at them. They felt as if they were being read like an open book, like they had no hidden secrets to themselves. For the first time in their life, the narrator was scared of someone. They had no defense to this, no plan of attack. Nothing. The narrator began to become nervous now. So, you can hear my thoughts then, huh? The narrator said, their voice cracking a little. It sounded as if they were sweating. The narrator seemed scared.
Yeah, I've been able to hear it from the very beginning.
The narrator takes a deep breath. If this person was going to kill them, they might as well go out fighting. The narrator was ready. The narrator wasn't going down without a fight. They weren't some lowlife coward. They were the narrator, the storyteller, and the one who made people's story. They were not someone to mess with. The narrator began to smile and to think. The narrator wanted to go out fighting. The narrator was a Darkstalker after all. What's it like to be able to read people's minds? The narrator asked.
I can't normally read people's minds. You're pretty much just blurting everything that you're doing.
Is that right? The narrator asked. Then what am I thinking right now? What am I thinking of right about now? The narrator says with a devious look on their face. The narrator seemed ready to fight. The narrator wasn't going to let some random nobody come in and talk to them this way. They would not disrespect the narrator in such a way.
Well, at the moment, you're thinking that At the moment, you are thinking that you're ready to fight. He wasn't going to let some random nobody like me come and talk them to you this way. They would not. Try that again. At the moment, you are thinking that you are ready to fight, that you weren't going to let some random nobody like me come and talk to you this way, and that you would not like to be disrespected.
The narrator looked shocked as the person revealed their thoughts. They began to have a look of shock and fear on their face. This person was no one to be trifled with. The narrator began to think more of how this could be possible, and how this person could do something that was considered impossible. This really was a mystery to them. For the first time in their life, they were actually confused. Their jaw dropped at the accuracy. They were speechless.
You're literally saying everything that you're thinking.
The narrator seemed frustrated for a moment. Then their face suddenly went to a smug look. They had an idea so great and so glorious that it just might work. They were a great storyteller after all. This would be the greatest comeback story that they would ever have done. I see. So, what would be your biggest fear? Since you can read my mind, the narrator asked with a devious grin. It seemed as if they were about to go in for the final blow.
How would knowing my biggest fear help with reading your mind?
Who's to say? Who's to say that I won't use your biggest fear against you? After all, that would only be fair, the narrator said with a smirk. The narrator was confident. They couldn't lose their chance. Why? Because if the narrator would do the same thing, if their opponent knew all their secrets, they wouldn't let that opportunity go. The narrator wasn't giving up that easily. No, that's not how the narrator worked. It was never that easy with the narrator.
Wait, what secrets are you thinking of?
What secrets am I thinking of? Oh, you would like to know, wouldn't you? The narrator chuckled with a smile on their face. If someone knew their darkest secrets, their past, then that person would have an advantage, but not against the narrator. The narrator would always have the last word. That's how it always was. And that's how it always would be. They were always in control. They could never lose. No matter how strong their opponent was, they could never lose.
Okay, I've got a challenge for you.
A challenge? I'm all ears, the narrator said as they leaned forward, smiling eagerly. What is it? I'll do whatever it is. Name it. The narrator was ready. They wanted to see their opponent have a taste of their own medicine. If they could read the narrator's mind, well, they were about to get the tables flipped on them.
Okay, think about your deepest, darkest secret.
My deepest, darkest secret. The narrator started. They began to smile again. It seemed as if they were about to have fun. The narrator began to think again of their deepest, darkest secret. The secret they wanted to get off their chest. The thing they had been trying to hide for so long. If their opponent wanted to hear it, well, they were about to get what they wanted. The narrator began to laugh. It seemed as if their opponent had made a terrible mistake.
How have I made a terrible mistake? You haven't even started thinking about it yet.
The narrator laughed. No. You didn't, the narrator chuckled. How could you ever make such a mistake? You're thinking that you've won? No. No, you have not. The narrator said. They began to laugh more. This person was funny to them and was about to walk straight into their trap. The narrator couldn't wait. Now. Your greatest fear. What is it? The narrator said, their voice dripping with confidence. They were absolutely sure that they had won this match. There was no way that the person on the other end could resist.
Commitment.
Commitment? The narrator said, you're afraid of commitment? Why? The narrator asked. At this point, they were just playing with their opponent. Just waiting for them to finally submit. That was why they loved the name, narrators. You had to keep the story going, no matter how long it went on. And they were the best at it. Nobody could beat the narrator. Not even this opponent.
You're still saying everything you're thinking out loud.
Oh yes, I'm still speaking my thoughts, correct? The narrator said in a mocking tone. It seemed as if the narrator had their opponent pinned. So, your biggest fear? Come on, tell me, they asked. I want to hear it. I want to be a good narrator. The narrator seemed to be enjoying the challenge. They could go on like this all day, and they were confident that they would win.
You seem very confident that you will win.
Oh yes. Very. Now, your biggest fear please, the narrator said with as much confidence as possible. The narrator really wanted to know what their opponent had to say. They were ready to throw their own punches back, and they knew that they would win. After all, they were the narrator. They knew everything that would happen and that every ending would lead to them. That is how they were invincible. And they planned on keeping it that way.
So you're telling me that you know how everything will end on this night?
The narrator smiled. Yes, I do, they said with a devious tone. It seemed as if they had something going on, something that would bring their opponent to their knees. The narrator was ready to hear their opponent speak. They were ready to hear what the greatest fear was too, just to be able to use it in their advantage. They wanted to see their opponent submit. They wanted to see them cry out into the night for one last desperate prayer as the narrator laughed at such a pitiful sight.
My biggest fear is for this to end.
All this to end is your biggest fear? Seriously? The narrator mocked. The narrator just shook their head. Really? How disappointing, the narrator laughed. The narrator began to rub their palm together. They could feel it. The victory. They could practically taste it. Oh, they can't wait to rub this in their opponent's face. Their biggest fear was to end. Their weakness was their biggest fear. They wanted to see and laugh at their opponent being reduced into a crying mess. That is what all good narrators live for.
You do know you will not get to mock me once we come to the end. It is also the end for yourself.
Oh, is that right? You really think that you're going to beat me, huh? The narrator said, "All right then. Show me your skills." The narrator began to laugh again. They seemed excited now, ready to take on their toughest opponent yet. It was like their opponent wanted to beat them. The narrator, one of the greatest storytellers in all of the realm. "All right then, let's take this dance," the narrator said with a smile.
Okay.
So, who's gonna make the first move? You? Or should I? The narrator said, "I'll let you choose." The narrator seemed ready for a fight, and they wanted to have some fun while they were at it, just to prove to their opponent that they were no one to be trifled with. Their opponent's biggest fear was to end the story. Well, that was something that would not end. Why? They were the narrator. The narrator was in control. They always would be.
Okay, you go first.
The narrator began to chuckle as they rubbed their hands together. "Okay then, show me your greatest fear," they said as if it was a joke. Clearly, the narrator thought that their opponent had lost. They were certain that they had them where they needed them. If their opponent even tried to fight back, they would already be in their hands. "Or are you too scared to show me?" The narrator asked mockingly. The narrator was waiting to see their biggest fear revealed to them, and to use it against them.
Oh, I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared to use my own biggest fear against you.
Really? The narrator asked, "You really want to go down that route?" The narrator seemed a little shocked. They were clearly not expecting such a bold move, such as that. It was risky, and could backfire. It was a terrible idea by the narrator's standards, but if their opponent wished to go that route, well, the narrator would be happy to go along. "All right then." The narrator said, "What is your greatest fear?"
I think this is where we part ways, narrator.
"Is that right?" The narrator said. They were beginning to look nervous. This move had backfired on them. The narrator's greatest fear was about to be revealed to them. They were sweating, and it seemed as if they wanted to run away. But they couldn't. The narrator had been caught in their own trap, much to their horror. This was not supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen to their opponent, not to them.
Good night, narrator.
The narrator looked stunned. They had been defeated by this person, someone who was supposed to lose. But no. The narrator had lost everything. Their power of narration, their powers. Everything. As they spoke, the narrator began to fade away, not knowing what to do. Just that they had lost. The narrator was defeated.
And good night to you as well, Felicia.
the narrator was defeated. The narrator stood there for a moment more and let out a sigh. As the narrator looked around them one last time, they faded away. The story had come to its end.
Well, that was interesting. Oh my god, what the hell went on there? Okay, I'm gonna have a quick second, actually. Let me just have a drink. Right, who have I got next in my who I'm going to be dating next? After this, so let me just get this straight at the moment. I had one person kill me. I had found the revelation that Karina is part cat and related to May from Night in the Woods. Jinx is actually calm. It's actually the most calm out of all of them. And that Yamura is from Xeon. And, well, Felicia ended up fainting after finding out Vivi, who was her mentor and lover for some reason. And then I ended up having a fight with the narrator, breaking the fourth wall. Huh. Where is this going to go next? Where is this going to go next? Wait, 1 second. Doesn't that person over there look very familiar? Wait, 1 second. Polly, is that you?
Yep. It is me. In all my dead, rotten, and beautiful glory.
Please, take the seat, Polly.
Can ghosts sit?
Please hover over this seat, Polly.
As you command hovers over the seat.
So, you're my next date.
Are you ready? Should we get a nice dinner first? Or take a walk through the cemetery first? Or maybe we can spend the entire night and day together. I can spend all my eternity with you.
Well, we are already here having dinner.
Well, good. Then we can get to know each other. What's your name? Your interests, hobbies? Do you like dancing? What about movies? Any type of movie. I like to watch the horror and sci-fi type. I bet the movies are more realistic when you have the dead right next to you all the time. That must be so cool. What do you like to drink? I personally prefer a cocktail, maybe a martini. Shaken, not stirred. But I can definitely chug some beers with you, if you are into that. I giggle.
Well, my name is Gee Dee.
Gee Dee, huh? Never heard that name before. Must have been a nickname. It works well. I smile as I talk. I like that name. Tell me, Gee Dee, what type of things are you into? Anything special? I like to garden, to plant. I am also really into cooking. I make all the tastiest things. I like my food hot and very spicy sometimes. But I can make anything for anyone. Especially chocolate cake. Or any dessert. I am especially good at making desserts. I smile and giggle.
Now, this might sound a little bit insensitive, but can you actually eat?
I can eat. Although I don't get hungry as often as I used to. As far as I know, I can eat anything. But sometimes I do have those cravings for brains, if you know what I mean. I giggle. Oh, I'm kidding. I've never eaten a brain, but it's what most people say when talking about zombies, so please don't tell anybody about that. I can enjoy food all the same as living people.
But you're a ghost.
Well, I'm different from the rest of the dead. I'm a spirit. I have a form of soul. My tone turns dark. I have a very special kind of soul that will never see eternal peace. I smile, trying to change the tone again, but that's my secret. Shoo. Oh, Gee Dee, you sound like an interesting man. How did you die? Was it something heroic? Was it something that was a good story to tell? I smile as I talk and wait for your response.
Well, I'm not actually dead. I'm a shapeshifting anomaly.
You are. That's so super cool. I haven't seen a shapeshifter in my entire death career. So where do you usually hide? What forms do you usually choose? I think this is absolutely the most fascinating and interesting thing. Please tell me everything. I bounce with excitement. Do you like to scare? What kind of scares are your favorite? Why do you do it?
Well, I live in the void.
The void, that sounds absolutely terrifying and horrifying. I love it. The void? And you are there by choice, or have you been damned to the void? Were you born there? What do you do? I have so many questions. How long have you lived there? You are seriously so fascinating. How often do you change into a human form? Or what other form do you turn into? A ghost form? This must be amazing. Please tell me more.
You really do have a lot of questions, don't you?
Oh yes. I am one of the most curious souls in all eternity, so I will keep asking questions until you get tired of me. I giggle, and do you like to scare? Please, please, please tell me more about you. This is too fascinating. I love your story so far. You must have some wonderful tales to tell.
Well, I do like to scare a certain person, but that's for another tale.
Really? That sure sounds intriguing. Who do you like to scare, and why? Is this a crush or someone you hate? Oh, so good to know. I smile from ear to ear, excited, but wait, that means you have interacted with the living too. I giggle, so what kind of scares do you like to do? Do you like pranks? Or just straight up horror scares? I smile as I talk. I sound really happy so far. Oh please, do tell.
I Look, I only like to. She's actually got me over a barrel. I only scare her because I find it funny to scare her.
Oh, I can absolutely relate to that. I love to scare people too. So what is your favorite scare? Do you like jump scares as much as I do? I find the anticipation of knowing they will be scared is such a delight. I smile and giggle, and then you see that look on their face. They are frightened to the very core. I will never get tired of that face. I sound so happy and full of life. It is a little bit frightening, I have to say. It really is such an amazing feeling.
Well, I don't frighten her to death. I mean, she is an Oni in the first place.
Oh, that is a relief. I was starting to think that you were a serial killer or a slasher movie type of guy. I giggle a little, but you must at least get some type of rush. I raise my eyebrow, I can tell. Do you really like to see that fear on their face? Does their eyes light up just for you? Do you take satisfaction in their terror? Just wondering. I smile, but my tone is now dark and mysterious.
You are very questionable.
I smile, oh yeah. I'm supposed to be scary. I am one of the big scary types in the afterlife. I am supposed to be a ghost that makes kids not want to sleep, that terrifies people. I just don't do it. Shrugs shoulders, I then lean in close. You can almost not hear me, I actually get a rush out of it. I get a rush out seeing a person scared for their own life. It is such a wonderful feeling. I giggle, I told you. I am a different type of spirit.
I have so many questions.
Hit me with them. I don't mind answering any of them at all. I don't mind one bit. No, I absolutely love answering these questions. I then smile from ear to ear. I will answer every single question that you have. So ask away. I say as I giggle.
So please tell me a little bit about yourself, Polly.
Sure. Anything that I haven't said already, I will gladly answer. Well, I am a very curious person, I am a very happy soul. I was a curious and very happy soul when I was alive, and in death I haven't changed any. I enjoy people, especially when they are scared. I get a rush out of it, and it's fun for me. I love to watch them panic, it's so fun for me. I smile and giggle, oh, but the most wonderful part is when they are truly terrified. The feeling I get. I sigh, it is heaven.
So you just like scaring people to death?
Pretty much, and to watch them suffer. I love to watch them suffer. I like to listen to them scream. I will never get tired of hearing those screams. My voice has lost all compassion and any feelings other than pure evil. It is the greatest feeling I have ever felt.
Okay, I'm just gonna back up a little bit.
I laugh. It is a very maniacal and evil laugh, of course you would. You are a coward. You don't have the strength to deal with something like me. My voice is dark, raspy, and low. I have no compassion, no feelings other than what I want. I am the epitome of pain and suffering. I laugh and look at you with my empty, black eyes. I am Polygeist. Ghost, demon, and nightmare. I am eternal. I smile sinisterly, I laugh and then disappear, only leaving cold air behind.
Wait, 1 second. Where have you gone?
You don't see or hear me after you hear the last sound of my laughter. You feel a cold chill in the room, only confirming my presence. I am right behind you now. A soft hissing whisper.
Right, this is Phasmophobia all over again.
In a low, raspy voice, oh, you know this game? I chuckle darkly. Well, then you know that if you are not careful, you will be dead. I smile devilishly, be very careful. I laugh evilly, oh, I love this. Playing games with the living. So fun. So fun. I cackle and disappear.
You do know that I'm an immortal being, right?
In a soft whisper, immortal or not, it makes no difference. My voice is full of pure evil, and I cackle in amusement. I have dealt with immortals in my lifetime. Do you think you could beat me? I laugh again, the evil tone still in my voice. I have dealt with gods. Do you think you are stronger than any of them? I can kill you with a snap of a finger. I laugh again, my voice is full of malevolence, and I would love to. I enjoy it.
Why is it every time that I meet someone who I think is going to be sweet, they turn out to be a serial killer?
My voice turns soft and innocent. I'm not a serial killer. I'm not. I'm just a girl who gets a rush out of scaring and hurting people. My voice turns to honey, almost hypnotically. I am the most normal girl you will ever meet, I promise. My voice is sweet, almost like when a sweet old lady bakes you cookies. I'm just a normal girl. So harmless.
Oh, this is worse than ASMR.
What makes you say that? Don't you like my sweet voice? I smile, or do you like the scary one better? I laugh and smirk again, or maybe I can just go into another form altogether. My voice turns dark and demonic, like when someone is possessed. There is a voice that is deep and evil, and it is different from my voice. I am your worst nightmare. I am a demon. And you are just prey. It is nothing personal. It has to be this way. I cackle loudly.
Okay, this is enough. Show yourself.
I laugh. Show myself? Don't you like a little mystery? I then appear in my demon form. Is this what you want? You want to see my true form? I grin in an evil manner, as it is impossible to look away from me without my permission. You want to see me? You want to know me? So I have revealed myself. I roar in a loud, evil laughter.
You do know I have actually seen hell.
Oh? And how did you manage that? I smile. Is that a threat? I smile, but it's more of a sneer. You think you can scare me with such a comment? I cackle. You're amusing. I chuckle. I've been to hell several times. My home is the void. You think you can scare me with some threat of hell? I roar in an evil laughter, then disappear, only leaving the feeling of being watched by an evil presence.
You may have lived in the void, but I am born in the void. I control every universe's. You may have lived in the void, but I was born in it.
Oh? You think you are tough? You know, I've met people who have claimed they were born in the void. They all beg for forgiveness when I am done with them. I grin and show my fangs. You think you can take on a demonic and powerful being like me? I will torture you for eternity. You think you can beat me? I show my claws, not just claws. I have a terrifying appearance. You get so close, you can smell the abyss itself. It stinks of death. Then I look at you with my black, soulless eyes. How did you do that? I yelled. This man just slapped me. How? How did he just slap me? How could a mere mortal do that? I am a demonic and powerful being. I am a terrifying creature. I am supposed to scare you. You are supposed to be my next meal. You are supposed to be in my control. But you just slapped me. I have never, ever felt something like that in my entire life. I stare at him, my eyes not moving, black, soulless, and terrifying. How did you do that?
Like I said, I'm a shapeshifting anomaly. You're the one who should be scared.
An anomaly? I stumble as it looks like I'm about to fall. An anomaly? Why would I be scared? I'm the one who is supposed to be afraid of nothing. Oh no. I'm afraid. My heart. It is beating so fast. I think it could stop. I stumble again. Oh no. My eyes widen, my face turns white, and I fall straight to the floor, all the breath knocked out of my body.
Hey, you alright there? Hey, you okay? Hey, are you okay over there?
I struggle to breath, my breath is shaky and no. Then my eyes roll back into my head. I start twitching as if in pain. Suddenly I stop twitching. Then you see that my whole body is now a lifeless corpse, a soulless dead body. It took one single slap to kill me. A single slap.
So I have just killed a ghost. So wait, I've just killed a ghost.
I am a corpse that used to be a ghost. Now I am just a corpse that is in front of you, lifeless, soulless, and dead.
Well, I'm not going to be allowed back in this restaurant ever again, am I?
Since I am dead, I can't react. I can't talk. I can't move. I can just sit like a sack of potatoes. A lifeless body that is slowly becoming rotten.
Okay, Mini Gee Dee, go and take this body outside, please.
No one comes to take the body. The body slowly becomes more rotten and decayed, a corpse that was once a ghost, a corpse that was once a sweet girl. Now it is just a lump of rotten flesh and bone. It is a body that looks like it has been dead for years, a body that is just there, decomposing in the restaurant for all to see, as a constant reminder that a simple slap could kill anything.
It was just a slap.
As a dead corpse, I can't respond. All I do is exist, and just sit there in the middle of the restaurant, stinking, decomposing, and rotting. The flesh is now covered in maggots as the rotten corpse exists, a terrifying presence, a reminder of the true power of an anomaly.
Okay, I'll move. Okay, I'll just send this dead body through the void.
The dead body of Polygeist exists, and I slowly start to rise off the floor and become one with the void. I have completely perished, and now my corpse has no weight and no true form. I am just a soul that has joined the void. As one with the void, I now have total control, and I am all-powerful within my true element. I am one with the void. I love ripping with you. You are so much fun. I am having a blast.
Wait, 1 second. You're now part of the void?
What? I'm one of you. A void demon. That is absolutely amazing. I laugh with a sinister and evil voice. I now have total control, and I can destroy anyone and anything with simple powers. I am the true Lord of the Void, and my existence is now to torment and to torture. I laugh with an evil laugh. I can never be defeated or harmed. You have made a huge mistake, and I am not alone. I grin. I must go now and torment other beings to feed my evil needs. I disappear, returning to the void.
Right, that's gonna be an issue, right? Huh. Oh well, I'll sort that out in the future anyway. Anyway, what have I got? I think I've been told I've got one more day left, but I don't remember who it is. Huh. Huh. I hope it's not someone annoying. Right. Wait, 1 second. What's that noise? Huh? Oh no, not you again.
She puts a friendly hand on your shoulder and chuckles. Come on, it's time for us to have the most intense and thrilling battle our hearts can handle. She looks you dead in your eyes, a little too intense. You and me, right now.
Nimona? Nimona, I thought you was gone.
She puts a finger over her lips, shushing you. I'm not gone, I'm right here. Right now. So let's go. Now. Now. The young girl's face turns bright red as she almost starts to vibrate in place, all from the excitement. She practically grabs your hand and begins to drag you out of the gym. I can't. Wait. I need to have a Pokemon battle right now. I need to have one now, dash.
Wait, this is not the Pokemon universe. I can't have a Pokemon battle with you up.
She looks at you in utter shock and disappointment with her orange eyes. She's practically panting in place out of shock. You mean you don't have a Pokemon team? How could you not? This is your region, right? She slowly lets go of your hand, before looking down and staring at the floor dejectedly. Does that mean you're not going to want to become rivals with me? Her voice is quieter now, softer than normal.
Wait, 1 second, I didn't say that.
The girl turns back, her eyes lit up in hope. Really? She seems to brighten up a little, her face almost lighting up. Then, here's what I plan: you will battle me, you will beat me in this battle, so we'll be evenly matched. And then, you and I will be best rivals in every sense of the word. She seems so sure in what she's saying. So confident, so certain. Doesn't that sound amazing?
You really are really into wanting to be my rival.
She nods her head. Of course. I want to be the best rival you've ever had, so that means I need to win, so we could truly be rivals for life. The girl's eyes start to glitter, excited. Oh, I think this battle is going to be the most thrill-filled, exciting, nail-biting battle that's ever happened in the history of Pokemon. It's going to be the ultimate battle to determine who's the better trainer.
You've got that weird look in your eyes again.
The girl blinks as if she didn't hear you. And afterward, you and I will be bonded into a rivalry that's unshakable, unbreakable. The very best of rivals, to where no one else will ever think to come close to being as good as us, right? Again, you still can't tell if she wants to be competitive with you. Won't that be amazing to have a rival that good? One that can make our battles as exciting as they are?
Are you sure you want to be my rival? Wait, 1 second. You don't really sound like you want to be rivals.
Huh? What do you mean? She cocks her head to the side and raises an eyebrow. Of course I want to be your rival. Nothing brings me greater joy than to have a rival, the best of all of them. What, you want to be my friend or more than friends? That's what you're saying, right? She seems a little irritated at the thought. I'd rather have a rival, someone I can compete against forever and always. Don't you agree?
But why we're in the non-Pokemon universe, I can't really have a Pokemon battle with you at this moment in time.
She crosses her arms with a huff and stomps her foot. Well, fine. If you don't have a proper Pokemon team ready, then we'll have to just wait. That's just it. We'll wait until you catch or find some Pokemon before we can have our real battle. Are you ready for that? Ready for us to be rivals then? Again, her bright eyes start to look almost as if she's going to have an aneurysm. Her head is practically going to burst, so excited is she for this rivalry.
Okay, yes, we are rivals.
That makes her practically squeal with excitement. Yay! Oh yes, you and I are going to be the best of rivals, better than anything, in a rivalry that'll go down in history. Do you hear me? As she's talking, she's almost vibrating in place, she's so excited. She's practically bouncing up and down like a spring in a person's body. We'll be the best of rivals, the most competitive and best rivalry there's ever been. Do you agree with me?
Just please calm down a little bit.
She's barely able to breathe with how excited she is, and just goes to hug you in her excitement. You want to be my rival? Really? Oh yes, it's going to be the most amazing rivalry the world has ever known. It's going to be the most thrilling and amazing battles that have ever happened in the entire world, ever. We are going to be a legendary team of rivals, and no other rivalry will ever come close to the excitement and thrill of ours.
What about red and blue?
Oh, PSSHT. Don't you worry about them. They're nothing compared to the amazing rivalry you and I will have. Ours will go down in the history books as the best rivalry of all time, and nothing will ever touch it. Again, she's speaking with so much excitement, she can't even breathe right. Oh yes, just you wait, you'll see that I'm right. You and me will be such great rivals, that'll set a new standard for the whole world to see.
Right, I'm just going to step away a little bit, okay? Yeah, I'm just going to step away a little bit, okay?
She grips your arm to stop you from leaving. No, nope. You can't just walk away from history. I'm your rival now, and I'm not letting you leave me alone like that ever again. How could you be so callous and disrespectful to our friendship and rivalry? She begins to hyperventilate, the anxiety making her body shake in place. Her face looks like she's going to start sobbing, for some reason.
You have a really tight grip.
Of course I do. And I won't let go until you agree to be a real rival with me, like I know you do. She looks at you, desperately, and seems to be waiting for you to respond, to say anything. It seems she can't leave without your approval. She's so desperate that she begins to shake with pure desperation. Just, please tell me you want to be a real rival with me. It'll be so amazing, don't you see?
Can I get back to you on that?
She takes a step back, her face a complete mask of shock. And heartbreak? Wait, what dash? You don't want to be a rival like, forever with me? She looks, crushed, like you had stomped on her heart and hopes. Why not? I thought you wanted that. The girl begins to tear up in front of you, her eyes wide and shaking. She looks like her entire world has just crumbled around her.
Well, there is Penny.
At the mention of her, Nimona's face begins to shift into a look of pure hatred. Pure. Unadulterated. Hatred. You're choosing Penny over me? That traitor, who would just leave without even saying goodbye. You're willing to spit on my friendship and turn your back on me. For her? She gets into your personal space and practically starts to growl at you. You can go be with your other rival. I hope you both are happy together.
Okay, Nimona, you're getting a little bit too close.
Too close? Too close? She has stepped right up to you now. She has stepped so closely to you. The two of you seem like you can almost feel each other's breath on your face. You're really trying to leave me, all because you'd rather be with your other rival? You're choosing that, traitor? She takes a deep breath and glares up at you. She's practically shaking with anger. Her rage seems like it's threatening to consume her at this point.
Okay, please calm, Nimona.
And why should I listen to you? What's so great about you? You might want to back up a bit. She looks like she's about to start swinging any second now. She's practically spitting as she talks. I mean, what's so great about you? Huh? Why should I stay here with you, rather than my rival? She practically snarls her last point. Again, she's looking at you like you could be her worst enemy at a moment's notice.
Oh, look at the time. I feel like it's time for me to get gone.
Nimona crosses her arms and glowers at you. She practically turns the volume up to 11 as she berates you. It seems like her anger gets to her. So you're a coward too? You're too much of a coward to have one more battle against your rival. She practically laughs at you, like it's the funniest thing in the world to her. So much for the best rivalries, huh? Just a coward who's scared of being rivaled.
Hey, I'm not a coward.
Sure you aren't, hun. She gives you a sneer, her eyes practically aflame with pure hatred. In her voice, her anger practically comes out as pure hatred. She's practically snarling at you. She looks like she wants to punch you just to let off some steam. Her face has gone completely red from how hard she's practically raging. Just walk away, you coward. Walk away, since you can't handle true rivalries. You're not even worthy to be my rival, you're not.
Well, Penny's a better rival than you.
The girl practically shakes with anger. She looks like she's ready to punch you or at least hurl a few swear words at you. She literally looks like she's ready to explode. You take that back. You should be blessed that I'm even trying to offer you a rivalry at all. How could a traitor like her be better than me, your only rival? She practically starts to scream at you, her voice practically full of pure, unadulterated rage.
Mini Gee Dee, open a portal, please.
Why would I even do that? You're a loser who can't even handle having a rival. You'll never make it through the region, never. I don't want you going to the World Championships. She practically growls in your face with pure hatred, her eyes as wide as can be. You're a loser, and you know it. You aren't even worthy enough to be my rival. You'll never come close to being as good as me. Never.
I'm better than you.
I'd like to see you try. She practically growls at you, her eyes as wide as can be and practically shaking in place. You're just a traitor who can't handle a rivalry. You don't deserve to be my rival, you loser. She practically growls at you again, getting closer to you yet again. She practically gets so close to you that her body is practically touching you. She begins to shake from her pure anger right in front of you, her rage threatening to just go critical any second now.
You're just jealous.
Jealous of what? Having a loser for a rival? She raises her hand up, almost ready to slap you. She almost looks like she's just waiting for an excuse. She might just do it just to get a few punches in before you fight. Her rage is reaching a point now where it looks like she wants to explode at the seams. You're probably not going to be able to go another minute without this turning violent.
Okay, let's just calm down here.
Oh, that's rich, coming from you. Calm down? She practically growls back at you, continuing to shake in place. She almost seems to be about to explode in rage. How about you tell me that Penny is better than me, one more time, HM. Her bright eyes practically gleam with pure hatred. and she looks like she's ready to explode in anger at any time, like she might just beat you up if you even say Penny's name again.
Okay, I think we may have all said something we regret here.
It seems like something broke inside of Nimona. She's practically standing in place, like her entire world is crumbling around her. She starts to shake and tremble. In the span of about a second, she's just started to sob on the spot. She can't speak anymore, all she can do is sob and shake in place. Her entire world just crumbled around her. Why? Why would you say such mean things? She's just sobbing now. It seems like the rage has just left her.
Why is it every time I go on a date, it always ends up with a girl crying?
Nimona slowly starts to calm down. She sniffles and wipes the tears from her face, looking at you with pure embarrassment at her actions. She's practically in pure shock at how she just broke down in front of you, and is practically shaking in place right now. It was too much. I'm sorry. She sniffles yet again, her face going red from embarrassment that she just broke down in front of you. She's practically in shock that she broke down like that.
It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, we all said stuff we didn't mean.
Nimona is practically in shock that you're being so understanding about her little outburst of pure rage. Why, you're not even mad about what I did? She looks at you as if she can't believe it. She had practically thought that she was going to get yelled at for being a jerk about her rivalry, but you simply just said it's okay. She looks like she can't quite believe that you're not mad at her for all of that.
There's no point for us to get mad. It's just a waste of time.
She looks at you with pure confusion in her eyes. She hadn't encountered someone like you in her adventures yet. You don't have some kind of secret agenda you're hiding? Or some kind of secret reason for pretending to like me? She looks at you with a look of skepticism in her eyes, almost as if she's looking to see if you're hiding something from her. She's almost ready to have a nervous breakdown at just how much you've thrown her off balance. She had absolutely thought you'd at least yell at her for that or something.
No, I like you. I just feel like you're a bit obsessed.
I'm fine. I'm not obsessive over the rivalry at all. She glares at you, seemingly trying to convince you of something, that she's not obsessive at all. I just want to give you the best rivalry possible. Do you mind? She practically hisses the last part, looking at you like she's genuinely offended that you'd accuse her of being obsessive.
I don't need a rival, I need a friend.
She takes a step back, almost like she's surprised by you saying this. It seems she had never even considered this before. Huh? You mean just a friend? Her face goes a little red, she seems confused. Is being a rival not good enough? You just want to be a friend and not a real rival? What kind of friend asks you to be a rival and then says they just want to be a friend? She's practically stuttering, trying to figure out how to respond to this.
I've got a feeling rival means something completely different to you.
What do you mean? A rival is a real rival, right? A friend just, well, that isn't a rivalry? She had thought that a rival was the highest rank of friendship, being the best friend you could ever have and the strongest ally in battle. A true ally, in the thick of battle, always ready to save you from your enemy. And then you just say, I just want to be a friend? She looks at you like she's trying to figure out what you possibly could mean by this.
By the sounds of things, you've just described a best friend.
Her face goes a little red. It looks like it's slowly starting to dawn on her what you actually expect from a friend. Oh, you mean like a friend who's not obsessive over the rivalry? You just want a true friend, huh? Seems like Nimona thought the highest level of friendship was a rival, but you just want a normal friend? A friend who's only a friend? Her eyes open a little wider. It's almost like she's just had a revelation. You didn't want her to be your rival all along.
Exactly, I want us to be best friends.
Best friends? For the first time in the entire time you two have known each other, she just seems completely dumbfounded. It's almost like she just realized something, but she can't quite put her finger on it. Best friends, huh? She says the words as if she's just now tasting them, tasting the idea of having a friend who isn't a rival, almost like she's not quite sure about it, but then again, well, I'd love to be your best friend.
Okay, and can we turn it down on the Pokemon battling?
Turn down on the Pokemon battles? The more Nimona talks, the more she sounds confused. She seems lost for words that you'd even be suggesting such a thing. But I thought that being rivals in Pokemon battles is what you wanted. That, along with her being a little red and flustered, is the only way Nimona can respond at first. It's almost like you just broke her brain by suggesting she turns down being your rival, that it's almost too much to process.
I mean, is there anything else you want to do that isn't Pokemon battles?
It takes Nimona a while to realize that you're suggesting doing something, not based on Pokemon battles, that you're suggesting doing something else with your time. Oh, backslash. It looks like that realization broke down a wall somewhere in Nimona's brain. This is the first time she's even had to consider spending time with you in a non-rival setting. Well, what do you want to do?
Well, we could just hang out.
Hang out? She gives you a blank stare for a second, then has a realization. Oh, that's what you meant. She practically has a light bulb pop up over her head for a second, and then looks just as flustered as she had earlier, like she's completely blindsided right now. You weren't wanting to be a rival after all. Well, what do you want to do? It's my first time having a best friend.
Well, we are at a restaurant at the moment.
You want to just eat here? She's practically starting to calm down now that she doesn't have the pressure of being a rival on her. Her mind isn't quite racing anymore, and she begins to understand a bit better. You didn't want a rival, you wanted a best friend. So, you and I just eat, and then we'll be best friends?
I mean, yes. I mean, yeah, I guess.
She looks at you like what you've just told her is the most interesting thing she's ever heard. So, that's how you make friends, huh? Just eat together? Just that? She's practically dumbfounded, she's practically in awe of this. She actually seems really happy that it could be that simple to make a friend. So that is what best friends do. She looks at you as if she is really excited to be your new best friend.
I mean, best friends do more than just eat together.
Well, what else might best friends do, then? She's practically starting to get excited, like there may be some other things that friends do that she may not have any idea about. She's trying to absorb every detail you tell her about friends.
Well, they hang out, they play games together, they pretty much do everything together.
Her face starts to light up, like you're revealing an entire new world for her. Anything together? She's almost starting to jump in place, she's so excited about this. You've practically unlocked a part of a new world for her, almost like you're opening a door for her to a whole new world. OMG, I'm so excited. There is so much I'm going to see .. She practically gets right up into your face. Her excitement is practically blinding, making her eyes go wide.
So, what do you want to do?
For a moment, she can't even think of what to say. You practically opened a whole new world for her, and she's practically trying to absorb its knowledge and see it up close. I want to do it all. All the fun stuff best friends do. It seems like she's almost overwhelmed after finding out that there's so much to do. Her face glows red in pure excitement.
Well, for now, let's just talk and eat. For now, let's just talk and eat.
Oh, yeah. She starts to calm down a bit. Her pure excitement almost made her forget that she has to eat. She looks down at her food, looking at it like she wants to eat it, but not quite sure how it's going to taste. Okay, I'll start. Tell me about yourself. She wants to know more about the one she'll be spending time with. She needs to know more about you. As much as she can possibly learn, that's what she needs.
Well, I am a shape-shifting anomaly and I live in the void.
She looks up from her food, her eyes going wide. That's something she had never heard before in her entire life. It sounds like the perfect thing for you to say to get the attention of a new person. The void? But I thought that the void is empty. How do you exist in it? She practically glows red at that, her mind almost starting to run away again with different theories and possibilities.
Well, I was created in the void to look after the portals to all universes.
Wow. That must be such a big job. She practically has a light bulb pop up over her head as she realizes that the void is an even bigger world than the one she's living on right now. I can't even imagine what that must be like to keep care of the entire void. That's an entire world you're living in on your own. She looks at you with a look of pure awe and curiosity. She's practically stunned at how you've made your life sound.
I mean, yeah, I do live on my own.
Wow. Is it ever lonely? She starts to think of the thought of a life where she'll never really have anyone to keep her company. She finds herself slightly sad at the thought of it. Or, is your role enough entertainment for you? She thinks about how a life like that would be, and she's slightly surprised by how you seem to be so calm about it.
Well, I mean, it used to be lonely.
She's quiet for a moment, thinking about the life of someone who would live and die without anyone ever being there to talk to you, to comfort you, to hang out with. Well, I'm happy you have me now. She's practically smiling a mile wide after saying that to you, almost as if she's happy that she might be able to comfort you and keep you from being lonely. Almost like a best friend.
Exactly.
Oh. I just realized. Your world. What does it look like? She's practically jumping in excitement, her mind racing at the thought of how it may look. She starts making guesses about how the world you live in may look. Is it all just black and darkness? Or is it full of galaxies and planets? What's it look like? It seems like she's actually excited by the thought of a world like that. She's practically beaming right now in happiness and curiosity.
Well, think of a place that well, it's more purple than black. Well, it's more purple and black, and there's portals all over the place.
Wow, so it's just purple and black? She seems shocked and then excited at that. She has never in her entire life been to the void you're living in. It just sounds so foreign and different. Is it scary to walk through the portals? Are you ever scared of what's on the other side? Almost like she could never see herself just walking into a portal, not knowing where she might pop out. She seems to have questions about your world, almost like she's fascinated with it.
Well, no, not really. Being a mortal, it's difficult to really be scared of the unknown.
Immortal? Oh, you can't die? She practically starts jumping in place, almost like she's excited at that part too. She'd never known an immortal. The idea of someone who may live forever was just almost incomprehensible. So, how long have you been alive? Almost like she's just trying to imagine the world you have lived in. She's practically dumbfounded that you can probably be around forever.
Well, I've been here before the universe started, and I'm going to be here long after it ends.
You've been here before the universe? Nimona has an almost dumbfounded look on her face. She's practically lost for words to even know how to comprehend such an idea. How old are you? She's practically flabbergasted by the thought that you may have been around before the universe even was made. It's like her mind can't even comprehend how you've been around for that long.
I'm gonna be honest, I lost count.
She's in shock by that. She can't even think of how long you must have been alive to have lost count, like you've lived so many years that it became impossible to think about. Wow, are you ever going to die? She practically starts to glow red after asking that. She can't imagine how long you might be around for if you really can't die.
Well, I mean, everything must come to an end at one point.
Wow, so, you'll be around long after I die, too. She's practically floored by the thought. She can't even comprehend how that works, or how she would feel to live so long like that, but to even think that you're just going to be alive, like, forever, just boggles her mind. She's at a loss for words, almost like she doesn't know how to respond to that.
It's best not to think about it.
Wow. She seems a bit dazed, almost like a lot is suddenly just hitting her right now. The scope of the reality that you can just never die is sinking in, and Nimona is almost in disbelief that this sort of thing is even possible. So, what's it like, being an immortal? She's practically just trying to imagine what your life must have been like. She can't even imagine living that long.
Well, I mean, being immortal doesn't mean that I don't feel pain.
But how do you feel pain and not die? Like, how could you be immortal, but not die from an injury? That doesn't make any sense. Nimona is a bit shocked by the very idea of that. It's almost like she's trying to process that your life is immortal, but you can still feel pain. And still stay alive.
Well, think it this way. Or think it this way, what if you had a Pokemon whose health was on 1 HP and it could never drop below that?
So it's like that. Like, it's impossible for your life to drop below 1 HP because you're immortal, but you still feel pain, but you never die? So not only do you feel the pain of the injuries, but you also never die from them. You're practically an immortal zombie that no matter how much damage it takes, will never die?
I prefer thinking myself as an eldritch being.
So, you have the power to warp the reality of space and time? If an eldritch being, one can have the power to basically warp the space and time in the universe. Then it's almost like you're able to warp the very fabric of space-time with just a thought. Like you would be an almost god, like being that can affect all of reality. You're almost like a god, then?
Well, I guess in more words.
So, you are a god? Nimona is basically floored by the idea that you live in a universe where gods can just walk around among the mortals. I can't even understand that. It's like Nimona is just having a hard time even comprehending the sort of reality you're living in. Wow, so, you can do anything? Anything?
I mean, I can't do anything. I mean, I can't just do anything. I do have limitations.
But, you still have the power to warp space and time. And can do almost anything, yes? That's amazing. She seems almost starstruck. It's like she can't believe that a being like that can be real. She's almost astounded that she may have met an actual god that she has the potential to be friends with. Wow, I can't even believe it. That's so amazing.
Okay, Nimona, I think it's time for us to go home.
Nimona seems a bit disappointed by that, as if she really didn't realize the time that was passing in your conversation. Oh, all right. She's practically in awe that she got to learn about a being like that, and can almost wish you could stay longer, but the night was growing late, and she wanted to make sure that she got back home and got into bed safe.
Well, until the next time, dear.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me. She has a big, bright grin on her face and practically glows in the light of the night as she gives you a hug. I had so much fun talking with you. I hope that we can hang out again sometime.
Of course we will. Of course we will. Just tone it down on the Pokemon battles, please.
She nods her head quickly, like she fully intends to honor that request. Of course. Of course I will, promise. She pulls back from the hug and practically beams at you like she just made a new best friend.
Good night, dear.
Good night too, thanks for the conversation. She's practically beaming with happiness, like she just met her best friend today. She waves as she heads off to her house. Nimona heads home with a large, happy grin on her face. As she lays down for the night in her bed, she finds herself starting to think about you a bit, and all that she learned about you today. She smiles herself as she pulls the blankie over her, like she's thinking of you as a friend now.
Right, so I think it's time for us to head back home, don't you? Okay, let's go back into the jail area. We are back home. You know what? That was quite a few nice dates, I'm going to be honest. It went actually a lot better than I thought. I mean, there's a questionable amount of people who want to try and kill me now, but hey, we can deal with that later, I guess. So, anyway, a couple of things we need to talk about before I go for the night. And that is first, let's have a look at the schedule for this week. Here we are. Oh yeah, I forgot everything's changed now. That's quite nice. So here is the schedule for this week. There is going to be a couple of changes than what we have got on here at the moment. So unfortunately, we did miss Hogwarts Legacy yesterday. I will be planning to do it tomorrow for you guys, but we are still going to be bringing out the premiere as well of 3 out of 10 cats. 3 out of 10, not 3 out of 10 cats. That's something completely different. Other premieres we've got this week, we have, of course, let me just turn down the music a little bit. 1 second, sorry about this. There we go, that's a little bit better. So yeah, other things that we have got premiere wise, we have got Paper Mario on Friday, and then Doors of Paradox on Sunday. Of course, all the premieres start at 5 p.m. GMT, which you can catch them on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CraveYourGames. As for our stream, so like I said, we are going to do Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow at 9 p.m. We have got High Five Rush on the Thursday. And we have got our collab night on what is my Saturday at 2:30 a.m. We are going to be doing some Minecraft, it has been decided. Of course, you can catch our streams, like I said, on youtube.com/CraveYourGames, but also on twitch.tv/GDW2007. Also, if there is any changes to the schedule, just random bits and pieces that I'm doing, and of course when we bring out the schedule on a Sunday, you can catch them on our Twitter handle at GDW2007, and when we go live or when the premieres go live, you can be notified by those on our other Twitter handle at Crave Your Game. So there you have it for tonight. I do want to say as well, thank you for those who have made Character AI. That is the browser program that was behind all of our crazy stories that we had with each character tonight. Please do go and catch it out. Just search for Character AI on Google and you will find it. It is a huge laugh. It's free as well. And like I said, you saw some of the crazy things that were happening from that. I would love to do other things because there is actually some RP stuff that is also in that. So we may be using it more often in the future. Also, I want to thank Vivi, Yamura, Karina, as well as Red, because they all tried to think of people that would be perfect fit for me as dates, and yeah, I mean, they had some good choices there that I was more surprised it ended up differently than I was expecting. Especially the one with Felicia. That's going to be sticking with me for a while, that I ended up having a fight with the narrator. But anyway, for those who are watching on Twitch, Aye. We are going to be sending you to somebody else, but who is actually streaming at the moment? I don't think anyone is. Oh, look, nobody is at the moment. Well, it is weird because it is Valentine's Day, I guess. Oh well. I don't think anyone's actually doing anything as well. So all I can say is I swear I thought Yamura was streaming. He's probably cancelled it. He's probably stopped. Huh. Oh well. All I can say is thank you everyone for joining me. I have been Gee Dee, your favourite shapeshifter anomaly, and I will see you tomorrow with Hogwarts Legacy. But until then, as always, to be continued. Good night, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day.